and the BSF work in tandem to ensure that infiltration, illegal one at that, does not happen. Now, my simple point is, law and order is a state subject. The Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, also happens to be the Home Minister. She's the de facto Home Minister. Please tell me, Mamata Didi, why have the DMs of Islampur, Cooch Behar, Murshidabad, Bardwan, Birbhum, why have they not shared data with the DGP? And if data has been shared with DGP about the status of migrants entering into West Bengal from across the border, why has Rajiv Kumar not shared that data with the central agencies? It's as simple as that. So both central and state agencies need to work in tandem. But wouldn't it be simpler for the BSF to stop infiltration in the first place? Don't let infiltrators come in the first place, is the point that Mamata Banerjee is making. Let me take that to Tausif Khan, because the BJP is accusing Mamata Banerjee of being delusional, Tausif Khan. Both Shubhendu Adhikari and Shukanto Majumdar have accused her, one, of not providing land to set up border outposts. Border surveillance can be better once they're better deployed. They're also accusing Mamata Banerjee of Muslim appeasement politics, sir.
No, the Chief Minister of West Bengal has very categorically and in very openly charged Center and BSF of allowing infiltration. She, in her statement, also said, and I'm quoting her, that the police have all the information and the Center has it too. She has received information from Rajiv Kumar, DGP, and local sources, and she says that she will write a strong letter to the Center regarding this. Therefore, Sanju was saying that why this information is not shared with the Center. The Chief Minister of Bengal is categorically saying that the Center has this information. Now the DGP also has the information. And as the Chief Minister of Bengal, in order to secure and in order to prevent any untoward happening through these infiltrators, she is going to write a letter to the Center, and a strongly worded letter, openly saying that infiltrations are being allowed purposely by BSF, which is manning the border. It's not the Tindamur, it's not the Bengal government which mans the border. It's the Center, BSF. And why this is being done? We know there is a turmoil in Bangladesh. You know, you cannot look at the religion, whether a Hindu enters from Bangladesh, whether a Muslim enters from Bangladesh. Every illegal infiltrators from Bangladesh is a threat to the security of this country and the security of my state. And that is why Mamata Banerjee is saying that this nefarious design of the Center purposely allowing infiltrations to happen in certain areas where the DGP has identified.
The question that I had asked, you've made your opening point, sir. The question I had asked was, why is land not being provided for border outposts? That's a specific charge being leveled by opposition in the state. But Sanju Verma, you want to quickly respond to the point raised by Tausif before I bring in Mr. Azad? Quickly, ma'am.
You know, Gaurav, let's be very clear. Do you remember a few weeks back, the Kolkata mayor and a very close confidant of Mamata Banerjee, Firhad Hakim, he's on record making a statement that about 20, 30 years back, the Muslim population in West Bengal was 1.2 crore. Today, the total population of Bengal is around 11 crore, and we have 3.63 Muslims, which means 33% of Bengal is Muslim dominated. And he also admitted, when asked by a press person, that yes, this 202% growth in the last 2 or 3 decades of Muslim population in Bengal has not entirely been organic. It has been inorganic in a large measure, thanks to infiltrators coming in from Bangladesh, from Pakistan. We have Rohingyas, and everybody who has a basic iota of common sense and political knowledge knows that if there is somebody who's mollycoddling who's Petias, if there is somebody who's mollycoddling Rohingyas, if there is somebody who's mollycoddling illegal infiltrators and giving them a free run in Bardwan, a free run in Murshidabad, a free run in North 24 Parganas, a free run in South 24 Parganas, a free run in Birbhum, a free run in Cooch Behar. It is Mamata Banerjee. Blaming the BSF is a clever attempt to deflect from our own incompetence. Blaming the BSF is a clever attempt to deflect from our own incompetence.
Sir, if infiltrators are coming into our country, the first line of defense at the Indo-Bangla border would be the border security force. Infiltration across this porous India-Bangladesh border actually remains our worst kept secret. There's human trafficking that's happening. There's cattle smuggling that's happening. Can this happen without the active connivance of the border security force, sir? If the border security force were to stop it, it wouldn't happen. So does Mamata Banerjee have a point when she says TMC is not in control of the borders, the BSF is, and they are not doing their job?
First, the facts. The facts that BSF is one of the largest border patrolling force, mind you, and it guards about 7,500 kilometers, on both sides, whether it's Bangladesh or Pakistan. The fact is that the border is porous, and no force anywhere in the world, whether you get the Americans, whether you get the Russians, they'll be able to control a porous border. The next point which I want to say is that from Bangladesh and the Indian villages have such close ties that when I visited the border and the entire Sundarbans area, there are villagers who tell you that we are doing this cattle smuggling for last 250 years. If the countries have separated, what can we do? So whether it's the seesaw method of catapulting across, or it goes on. And it is a responsibility on the BSF. There is no doubt also that BSF, at certain points, some of the officers may be involved. But BSF is an outstanding force otherwise, and to say that they have any kind of a complicity would be not fair at all. Now, the next point which I want to say is that, yes, the entire thing is of a concurrent jurisdiction. So that's a very important point, Gaurav, when you said that what is happening today is that under a federal structure and to control this kind of immigration and smuggling, both these forces have to join forces. And we obviously know that there is a lack of coordination, and because of political differences, these issues are coming up. Let me tell you, if the forces are left to themselves, they'll do an outstanding job. There's no doubt about it. So the comments have been on both sides, and I would not like to comment on them. But as far as the force is concerned, these are the facts, and this is the actual reality.
Sanju Verma, respond to Mamata Banerjee saying TMC does not control the border. The BSF does. So if human trafficking is happening, if cattle smuggling is taking place all along the border, it cannot happen without the connivance of the BSF, active connivance, as Mamata Banerjee puts it, or words to the effect that the BSF is letting it happen, the centre is letting it happen. But she has this information, as Tausif Khan pointed out, not just from her local sources, but also from DGP Bengal Rajiv Kumar. He's given her that information, madam.
First and foremost, Gaurav, let's be very clear. Your audience needs to know, Mamata Banerjee कोई राजा हरीशचंद्र का तीसरा या चौथा अवतार नहीं है. Oh, Mamata Banerjee feels that the BSF is a bunch of goons, so all of us have to put our heads down and clap and applaud for Mamata Banerjee saying, "अरे दीदी ने तो BSF को certificate दे दिया integrity का." As Mr. Azad said, our forces, their credibility cannot be questioned. And when Mamata Banerjee questions the credibility and the bona fides of the BSF, she is doing a great disservice to them. But my important point is simply this again and again. I always say the devil is in the detail. We all know BSF is responsible for securing border patrolling and border outposts. My simple point is, land hasn't been given to BSF for having enough number of outposts on the Indo-Bangladesh border? No. Has Mamata Banerjee been mollycoddling infiltrators? Yes, and the best example of that is it took 59 days for Mamata Banerjee's Bahubali, Shah Jahan Sheikh, to be arrested. He actually has close Bangladeshi links? No. He is a Bangladeshi who settled here now for the last 30 years. Thanks to whom? Thanks to Mamata Didi's blessings. Do you remember the Birbhum massacre where a Trinamool Congress leader was killed in 2022? Why was the arrest, something that did not happen for months together? Because again, the key accused was a Bangladeshi, and he was being mollycoddled by whom? He was being mollycoddled by the Mamata Banerjee dispensation. My simple point is this, Mamata Banerjee, if you're really serious about putting an end to infiltration from Bangladesh, sack the current DGP Rajiv Kumar, because Rajiv Kumar has failed to do his job in terms of sharing key intelligence data with the Home Ministry. And this is something when Ajay Bhalla was the Home Secretary. Now he's, of course, become a governor of Manipur. Even at that time, Ajay Bhalla had said, if there is one state which refuses to share intelligence data with the central Home Ministry officials, it is Mamata Banerjee and her cohorts like Rajiv Kumar. Sack Rajiv Kumar if you're serious about putting an end to infiltration.
I'll take that question to Yashovardhan Azad. If an officer and an Indian police service officer is not doing his job and the Home Secretary is unhappy, who has the responsibility to sack him, a state government or a central government? But be that as it may, Tausif Khan, the BJP has gone on record to say that illegal infiltrators from Bangladesh, including Ansarul Bangla team terrorists, have voter I cards. Shuvendu Adhikari has gone on record to say that that road, that Basanti highway to Kamalgaji to Behangar area, it's virtually captured by the Bangladeshis, and Indian writ does not prevail in that area, and this cannot happen without the connivance of the state police, sir. Very, very serious charges.
Gaurav, BJP is not at all serious about the safety of people of Bengal and about the law and order situation. BJP
But isn't law and order a state subject, sir? In case you're a lawyer, you know if law and order is a state subject, if there are Bangladeshis who are operating with impunity in Bengal, then it's the responsibility of the DGP and the Bengal police to sort them out, sir.
I'm answering that. Gaurav, first of all, the BJP leaders like Suvendu Adhikari is only interested in doing politics. He is saying that he had the report that such and such highway was used. Why didn't, if he really had this intelligence, definitely he got it from the center. Obviously, the center is aware why it was not shared with the police. Anyway, West Bengal police has an STF which had which were active and was following certain operatives and were ultimately handed over to J&K police and were apprehended in a joint operation. West Bengal police is actively working with other state police also, like they arrested someone in a joint operation with Assam state police. The question here is, these voter I card, who issues it? Election Commission. Who appoints officers in Election Commission? Central government. These passports, who issues them? Central government employees. The PSK, the Passport Seva Kendra are all the central government employees place. The responsibility to verify is not with the police.
Okay.
When an application is made, the responsibility to verify the documents on the basis of which a passport is issued is with the Passport Seva Kendra managed by the central government, not by the police. Police has a very limited role. One, to check whether the citizenship is intact, whether there are criminal cases pending. Those 2 points are only
on both, Shuvendu, hold on. The charge that you've said, both Yashovardhan Azad and since you put that question to the BJP, Sanju Verma, please respond. How are they getting voter I card? How are they getting passports? How are they getting election I cards?
You know, this is what I call, वो जो हिंदी में कहावत है, हाथी के दांत खाने के और दिखाने के और. Do you remember in 2016, the Union Home Ministry said that the BSF jurisdiction will be enhanced by an additional 50 kilometers. And you know, Gaurav, who was up in arms saying, no, how can the BSF get an additional 50 kilometers worth of jurisdiction on our territory, as if West Bengal is not a part of India but some other state on the Mars or Jupiter? It was Mamata Banerjee. So first and foremost, if there is somebody who's never been happy with a more empowered BSF, it is Mamata Banerjee. Do you remember Sona Sheikh? He's been mollycoddled by TMC. He's been mollycoddled by Mamata Banerjee. He's the key accused of Birbhum riots of 2022. Do you know a man called Anubrata Mandal? Since Gaurav mentioned about cattle smuggling, which is rampant on the Indo-Bangladeshi border, Anubrata Mandal is today cooling his heels behind, prison walls, thanks to the union government. Mamata Banerjee had knocked on the doors of the Supreme Court saying, Anubrata Mandal ko haath mat lagaiye. If the ED or CBI or BSF or any central agencies so much as touch Anubrata Mandal, there will be riots in West Bengal. Anubrata Mandal is also a bona fide Bangladeshi, but now he has been staying in West Bengal for the longest time thanks to your leader, Mamata Banerjee. Shahjahan Sheikh accused of gang raping
Yashovardhan Azad.
hundreds of Dalit women. He is a Bangladeshi
Yashovardhan
who has the
Azad,
blessings
the
of
last 2
Mamata
minutes that I
Banerjee.
have on this part of the show, the current situation in Bangladesh apart, even Sheikh Hasina, her government had alleged that Bangladeshi terrorists and Ansarul Bangla team, those terrorists had found safe havens in Bengal. Amit Malviya of the BJP today took to social media to say that iCards of 2 constituencies are being found on Ansarul Bangla team terrorists, whether it's in Murshidabad or Kandi and Haripara in Murshidabad. Sir. What does this indicate? Where is the complicity, at the state level, at central level, or at every level?
Well, if you're talking about the state complicity, Gaurav, then this complicity should be existing right since the independence. Because if you remember, and I remember very, very correctly, that even during the communist regime, such allegations were being leveled against
Yes.
Bangladesh. The actual fact is, as I told you, the border is porous and there is tremendous pressure on Bangladesh border, especially after 1971. And time and again, the people who are trickling in, you cannot fully blame the state government or the BSF. But one thing I can tell you, Gaurav, which is most important is, if the BSF and the state police cooperate, at least 50% of that can be brought down. But that is getting impossible with irresponsible statements coming from both sides. So I think on this particular issue, there should be a meeting straight between the Home Secretary and the DP of that particular state. And I think things will improve. This getting land and all that should not be a problem. And I assure you that this will be much better in future.
Sincerely hope so, because if the state and the center are fighting and illegal Bangladeshis are coming into our country, and if terrorists are coming into our country, it's disastrous for the nation. And I leave it to the wisdom of both the state and the central government to, at least for once, on this particular issue, come together, keeping India first. To my guests, many thanks for joining me. We'll be tracking developments on the story very, very closely. A quick break. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
Hi, I am AI anchor